Now, she's the teen singing sensation who shot to fame on the talent show The Kid's Voice. And this morning, Lucy Thomas.
When a voice silences an auditorium in the first few seconds, you know something extraordinary is unfolding. Tonight, we bring you the story of Lucy Thomas, a young singer whose performances on America's Got Talent AGT turned into global moments of astonishment. My name is your name, and in this report-style reaction video, we'll walk through Lucy's journey, the backstory, the breakout performances, the viral ripple, and the long-term impact. We'll do it in 6 distinct chapters, each introducing fresh information and building on the last, so you'll stay with us until the end, and hopefully feel compelled to drop your thoughts in the comments. But first, why does Lucy deserve this spotlight? Because in a sea of talent show auditions, her voice did more than entertain, it demanded attention. In the next chapter, we'll look at her origins and how she arrived here. Stay tuned. Before the spotlight hit, the training had already begun. Lucy Thomas was born on 21 February 2004 in Wigan, Lancashire, England. From early childhood, she displayed a singing gift. Formal lessons began at age 7, and over the years she honed a technically sound and emotionally pure voice. Her style, often described as classical crossover, blended with pop and musical theater influences, set her apart from many peers who leaned purely pop or rock. By the time she appeared on a larger stage like a talent show, she already had a foundation built on discipline, training, and an inner drive. That background matters because it explains why her AGT moment didn't feel raw or unpolished. It felt prepared and destined. As we move to how she entered AGT and stunned the judges, we'll see how that foundation translated into a breakthrough moment. When the curtain lifted, the reaction was immediate and unfiltered. Lucy arrived on the AGT stage with more than just nerves. She brought expectation and a kind of quiet confidence. Although exact details of her audition setting vary, her entrance triggered a reaction from the judges and audience that rarely happens so early in a performance. One of the earliest viral uploads shows that the panel was rendered speechless within seconds of her opening note. It was as if time slowed. Viewers reportedly held their breath, and when she delivered the high-register climaxes, applause rippled through the studio and echoed online. This first impression mattered because it framed Lucy not just as another contender, but as a phenomenon in the making. The optics, the sound, the stunned faces all combined to give her the kind of breakthrough exposure that turns an audition into a trending moment. But it wasn't just the shock, it was the skill. That leads us to her first major performance highlight. Then came the voice that stopped hearts, her rendition of Hallelujah. In this performance, Lucy fused technical control, emotional delivery, and staging all in one moment. Viewers have praised the purity of her tone, the subtle dynamics, and the way she built tension into the song's high notes. One YouTube clip describes it as the most beautiful version you have ever heard. The moment that made many sit up. When her voice soared, the studio fell silent, then erupted. The setting, a candle-lit or dramatically lit stage, added a visual layer, allowing her vocals to shine without distraction. This performance did more than evoke admiration. It sparked viral sharing, where comment sections filled with comments like, "I got goosebumps," and "How is someone this young this good?" This highlight is crucial because it transformed Lucy's name into a keyword around talent show discussions and YouTube recommendation algorithms. Next, we'll examine a second standout moment that reinforced her breakthrough rather than letting it fade. Just when you thought you'd seen everything, Lucy delivered again, and the world watched. For her second major performance, Lucy selected a song such as Unchained Melody or another classic ballad and turned it into a signature moment. Uploads of the performance note how judges just loved her and how her piano-backed version brought new dimension to the familiar track. What stands out in her delivery is her interpreter role. She didn't just sing, she told a story. Soft verses, rising crescendos, and a final sustain held long enough for the audience to absorb the moment. The result, replayed millions of times, discussed across social media threads as the audition everyone missed the first time. It reinforced that Lucy wasn't a one-hit wonder but a multi-moment talent. The view counts, the shares, the discussion posts, they all climbed. This sustained interest created momentum. What followed next wasn't just more performances, it was the behind-the-scenes reality of viral fame. Behind the perfect note lies a ripple of stories. How does a televised audition turn global overnight? After her live performances, Lucy entered a new phase: virality, discussion, speculation. Footage of her stunned judges, hashtag trends, YouTube uploads with Lucy Thomas AGT reaction titles, all fed a feedback loop that pushed her beyond traditional talent show exposure. One report highlights how her audition video exploded online thanks to timing, algorithm boosting, and share-friendly reactions. Meanwhile, inside the industry, discussions arose. How does someone so young manage such vocal maturity? Is this training-driven or innate? Some comments speculated about future career direction. Would she stay in crossover content, pop, musicals? Speculation also spread around the emotional toll, the pressure of expectations, and whether being labeled viral so early might affect artistic freedom. While no major controversies surfaced, the very absence of negative headlines became a talking point. In an age of scandals, her quiet professionalism and singular focus were notable. As we move to our final section, we'll examine where Lucy went after those AGT-defining moments and what her legacy might look like. The spotlight didn't turn off, it changed direction. After her AGT era breakout, Lucy Thomas's path moved into recording, live performance, and cross-media engagement. According to her biography, she signed with Cavendish Records and released albums, refining her style beyond covers into original material. She also made her West End debut in 2024 in the musical Rosie, the Musical, a moment that demonstrated transition from talent show phenomenon to theater artist. Her YouTube channel amassed hundreds of millions of views, and her name became shorthand in conversations about what talent show auditions can produce when done right. Some industry analysts speculate she could influence a new wave of classical pop crossover artists from younger generations. The legacy question remains: will she be remembered simply as that girl who stunned AGT, or as a long-term artist who expanded the boundaries of her genre? For viewers and aspiring creators alike, her journey offers lessons on preparation, on capturing opportunity, and on what happens when one big moment becomes the first of many. With that in mind, let's close out. In summary, Lucy Thomas entered the stage with talent and training, surprised judges and viewers with performances that resonated globally, leveraged virality into a broader career, and now stands at the threshold of what could become a long-term artistic legacy. Before you go, think about this. If one audition can change how millions view a young singer, what might your next opportunity change about you? Drop your pick in the comments. Which Lucy performance moved you the most and why? Don't forget to like if you found value in this breakdown, subscribe for more deep dive reaction reports, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next story. Thanks for watching.